Hello and welcome to The Legacy. Mokgadi, Yoko. I know that you guys are enjoying the videos. Please don't forget to leave a comment below and subscribe, like, share, and ring the notification bell for the next videos. Today on the guest couch, we have Thabo Wesi. We'll be talking content creation. Stick around and see what he has for us. Take a walk with me.
How we feel, 'cause I know we're meant to be. I promise.
Thabo Wesi, how are you doing?
I'm well and yourself, Mokgadi.
Great. Welcome to Mokgadi Legacy.
Oh, thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you finally.
Yeah, it is a pleasure to be here.
Please, please walk us through who Thabo is, where he's from.
Okay. So Thabo is a filmmaker from the East Rand of Johannesburg, and specifically Benoni. So yeah, I'm repping East Side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how's your normal day like?
So my normal day consists of just, me working on concepts, and consists of me also just, touching base with other filmmakers and growing and learning, because the process never ends.
Yeah, true,
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
So you talking about film, has it been something that you've always wanted to do, or it just came along the way as?
Okay, here's the funny part, right? I've always just wanted to be like in the business, world, and
Yeah.
even my parents, like back home, they've always just seen me, because from school I've been doing well in business and understood the basics of it and that kind of thing. And it's only later on in life when I realized that actually, like, that's not what I want to do. And one of the reasons I figured that out is that I'm quite a visual person.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's how I understood things. And when I heard about filmmaking and and thinking about, like, I grew up watching films, and I have my favorite films, like your Kill Bill, Tarantino, your Michael Bay, Bad Boys, and that kind of thing. Yeah, yeah.
So sorry to cut you short, but
Yeah.
I wanted to understand, like, in terms of your change from being in business and doing the film. Have your parents, have they always been supportive, or?
So the thing about it was I never really changed. So film was a thing that I added on to business, because essentially, like, I still see myself as an entrepreneur, because that's how, an emerging filmmaker here in SA, and considering, like, the environment that we're in, we have to be creative in terms of how we come about these projects.
And it's a bit challenging.
It is. So as soon as, like, you just think yourself as someone, like, as an entrepreneur, where you, you're trying to find a solution, and you bring that into that whole space where you're like, okay, I'm trying to make a film, but how do I come about it?
And just to think about it, it's quite sad to hear that they keep saying, there's no content in South Africa, but you go into the urban areas, into the townships, you see what the young kids can do, and you ask yourself, who's there to be searching for this such content so that they can be able to put it on media, but they're not doing that. It's so sad. So what keeps you going?
For me, what keeps me going is the fact that, I have a dream, and I have goals for myself, and most importantly, like, I have story to tell. I have stories to tell, and that's what keeps me going.
I'm quite interested in the stories that you'd like to tell. Like, what kind of content are you most interested in?
Fundamentally, like, it's content that essentially just reimagines South Africa, because, whenever we hear about, like, stuff coming out of Africa, it's always, like, sad, depressing, stories that, but that's not the case. I mean, there's life out here. And
I'm laughing because, as you said that, there's actually people that still think or believe that coming to Africa and see people walking in, what do you call this? Do you see what?
Oh yeah, in the tutus and
they still think we're like that, and it's so funny, it's so crazy at the same time, because I mean, we are normal people. We live like them. I mean,
Yeah, it's 21st century.
Real South Africans. You know, don't go to the rural areas or come experience the cities and you'll see what South Africa is all about. Yeah. And then how do you align yourself in this busy industry? Because I know that being a filmmaker and being a business person in general, you have to apply yourself like fully. Yeah. How do you align yourself in this busy space?
So, you know, I think people, because, you know, this industry is all about collaboration. So for me, you know, I always just look at what people are doing and what are the things that, you know, I like about what they're doing, and that's essentially like, you know, how I can also align myself, but not forgetting that I also have a story and my identity in that sense. But like just to, you know, in a general sense, I think, you know, people with the right attitude and the right mindset.
Still on that, you have to have a team in order for you to be able to get to the point that you want to achieve, right? Yeah. How do you choose the people that you work with?
I'm just gonna go back to the whole attitude thing. Yeah. Because I mean, I've been on sets where, you know, there are phenomenal people, right? In a sense of the work ethic and that kind of thing, what they do, you know, they specialists in what they do, but there's just that little thing where it's just attitude, you know, someone who's not willing to go the extra mile, you know, and some things like they don't always go according to plan, but it's just people who are able to adapt and who recognize that like that is the case, you know.
Yes, and knowing that as a business person or an entrepreneur in general, you don't always get to achieve everything.
No, definitely.
Only the failures shape you and push you even further to want to achieve that goal. Because if you don't have the strong heart and, you know, the persistence and all that, then you're in the wrong space.
For sure.
You know, I actually like that. And let's talk about the program, Sakai. How did you find out about Sakai and what made you want to be part of it?
Okay, here's another funny story. I was literally like, you know, like I said, you know, my daily activities consist of just me, like, you know, planning, coming up with concepts and that kind of thing. And one day, as I just wrapped up a concept, there was an ad, or rather a poster about SACAF and that kind of thing. And I was like, okay, you know, screenwriting is something that, you know, I've always had interest in, but, you know, it's something that I also need to learn and take seriously, especially like as a content creator. So as soon as I saw that ad and what it presented, it was exactly what was the back of my mind, was that, you know, you need to actually harness that skill. And I was like, you know what, why not, man?
Right? I like that, because what's this? I actually got to notice that you've studied for the film and script writing and all that. Because if I were to check the the standard and of the program that we had, which is the leadership. And you've studied, you've got a degree.
Yes.
You just took that advantage. It didn't matter to you that you've got a degree for this, then you said, you know what, I am going for it regardless whether
for sure.
I like that. I like that.
For sure. Because
so if you were to measure what it is that you've learned and what it is that you're taking with from the program that you've learned. Okay.
Because for me, I studied film producing, so that's what I have a BA in, right? But like script writing or screenwriting, that's something that, you know, I wanted to do as well, but I never, you know, understood the fundamentals of. And I feel like with everything, you gotta understand the fundamentals. And I thought like this program is a phenomenal, you know, environment and initiative to actually harness those fundamentals. Because as much as I want to create content, but I need to understand this content, you know, and how does it come about? Yes.
And then if you were to measure where you're from and where you are today, would you say that you've achieved everything that you had planned?
You know, I wouldn't necessarily like say I've achieved everything, but, you know, there are goals that I've ticked off. Yes, and one of those goals was being able to write a script.
That's good.
Yeah.
And then for somebody that would actually want to be in the same space that you are in, what's the advice that you would give them, like into depth?
Okay, so I would say first and foremost, attitude. Yeah, so if you want to be in this industry and if you want to be able to do things in this industry, you gotta have the right mindset and attitude. And most importantly, I think, you know, you gotta also see yourself as an evolving being. Don't come in and be like, okay, I know a certain thing and that's it. You know, it doesn't. Yeah. So I feel like, if you're gonna be in this, be able to learn and kick some ass in the process.
I like that. Okay, I hope there's no underage that's watching that. Anyway, so where do we get you on social media?
You know, I'm quite a private person, so you can follow like our company profile on Instagram at avenue_films. So that's where we actually post our content and what we, you know, what we get up to, what I get up to. Yes.
Okay, just to, you know, would you, in everything that you've learned, would you give a platform to somebody, let's say somebody that wants to learn the same thing, and you like, you know what, come under my wing and I'll give you the steps?
Oh yeah, most definitely, because that is part of the reason why I'm doing this, to actually like, you know, inspire as well.
Yeah. On the, you know, knowledge and all that. That's beautiful. I really like that. Then please look into that camera and say, take a walk with me.
Take a walk with me.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Mokgadi.
Repitile mafelong a conversation ya rona le Thabo Wesi, the beautiful soul he is. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and ring the notification bell for the next videos. Stick around and take a walk with me.